All right, FitLifer, Drew Canole. At the end of this video, we're gonna be giving away a $400 Jay Kordich Power Grind Pro, so sit tight. The FitLife team and I have built this amazing quiz, and what it does is it indicates 11 factors in your overall health. After 35,000 people have taken this quiz in the past week, we've realized some things that I want to share with you today and address on this week's Saturday Strategy. Some big things that could cause your body to store fat, okay? And one of the main goals for our community is help people get their ideal body, their ideal mind, so they can live their ideal life. Real simple and easy. One of the biggest things you guys wanted to hear about was how juicing can effectively help you lose weight. Number two, you wanted to hear about quality of sleep, how sleeping plays a role, and how to get the best sleep possible. And lastly, you wanted to hear how to crush those toxic cravings that are holding your body back from loving the food that loves your body. So I'm gonna talk about those three things, FitLifer. Real simple and easy. So rewind back 2.5 years ago, FitLifer. I was 25 pounds overweight. I was around 22% body fat. I was lethargic, I was tired, I was depressed. I didn't really have a life purpose at the time, and I didn't feel fulfilled. I was stressed out, basically. And my diet consisted of a lot of macronutrients, lean proteins, carbs, and fat. What I was missing was one huge thing that deals with juicing, and I'm gonna talk about it right now. I was missing micronutrients, also known as phytonutrients. People say you should get 7 to 9 servings of vegetables every day. I'll be the first one to admit, FitLifer, I was not getting 7 to 9 servings of vegetables every day. I wanted things cheap, fast, and easy. I was a typical American. I was eating the sad or standard American diet, and it wasn't working for me. Needless to say, that's why I manifested the physical body that I had at the time. Around that time, I had a gentleman, Mark, introduce me to juicing. He came in and he handed me my first green drink. And if you've had your first green drink, you're probably gonna know exactly what I'm talking about right now. It's juice high, you can say it. It's your first juice buzz. It's that first green drink that you have, and within 15 minutes, on a very cellular level, your body starts to consume those phytonutrients, those micronutrients. It's like nature's perfect multivitamin. It's glorious, it's a miracle, it's a magical thing that you can drink every single day to give you energy and completely change your life. When I did that, I noticed something as well. I noticed this long withstanding energy all day long. Most people drink coffee, and by the time 2 o'clock rolls around, they're ready to take a nap because their adrenals have spiked and they feel like they're getting tired and they need to take a nap in the afternoon. When you have a green drink, it's this constant, consistent energy throughout the entire day, this mental focus that you have. I've had people report back to me, they're like, Drew, my eyes seemed brighter. I felt like things were more alive. It's like I looked outside and all of a sudden it was like I was looking at a painting I saw with my glasses off for the first time in my life. I've heard these things from the thousands of people that have transformed using our systems. And it's amazing, which is what springboards me up out of bed every morning and feel like I have this amazing purpose. But I got those micronutrients. Now, after I started juicing once a day, I'm like, what would 2 juices do a day? All of a sudden, I started to notice that I didn't need to eat as much, right? And when I would choose to eat, if I had my juice in the morning, I would be like, I didn't need those things that I used to like. The Doritos, the Cheetos, the ice cream, the enriched flour bread that they say has all kinds of vitamins and minerals in it. And you know as well as I do, it's probably made in some laboratory that depletes your body of its necessary B vitamins and the other things that you actually need. So when I started juicing, it went from 1 a day. So I encourage you, if anything, after watching this video, start juicing at least once a day. Then it went to twice. I'm like, well, what the heck? I had more energy than I've ever had in my life. I didn't need to eat those things. What would it do if I was to do what's called a juice cleanse for 3 to 5 days? And I tried it. And after doing this juice cleanse, I noticed that not only the macronutrients that I was eating before, the lean protein, the carbs, and the high quality fats that I was eating, but my body wasn't utilizing effectively, I was finally able to absorb. There's a huge gut problem in America. People have poor gut health. So even if they are eating all the proper things, like I was, at the time I was eating proper macronutrients, but I wasn't getting like micronutrients. And my friend that was doing the same thing looked like a fitness model because his absorption was better than mine. As soon as I fixed that, it was like a light switch went on. And all of a sudden I was able to go from over 20% body fat down to sub 7%. While using juicing as a weight loss tool. So that's why it works. not only are you getting the nutrients, you're actually healing your gut and the internal processes for what it is. You're getting more vitamins, amino acids, enzymes, things that really cause your body to come to life. Number 2, sleep. How does juicing work for sleep? Well, back 50 years ago, there was no such thing as organic or non-organic. Everything was organic and the soil was rich. It was loaded with nutrients. And when something was planted in the ground, it had a lot of minerals in it. One mineral in particular is called magnesium. Western America today, and probably throughout most of the world, people are not getting enough magnesium. So one of the things you'll first notice with juicing is that you start to sleep like a baby. And when you sleep like a baby, what happens? Well, all your hormones are starting to return back to normal again. Your cortisol levels, which cortisol is your stress, starts to go down again. Your body starts to heal, it starts to repair. I like to say that sleep is like defragging a computer. You remember when you used to have to do that? You would set your computer to defrag at night and it would process all the files that you went throughout the day. Kind of like the human mind, we're constantly processing. Going in REM sleep helps your body do that. It helps it repair the tissues, the cells, the organs. It gives you a rest. And so that's how it helps with sleep. You're getting the vitamins, the enzymes, the minerals, things like that. A lot of people eat at night, so they feel bogged down. They have these giant portions of, baked potatoes with a giant fatty steak or a cheeseburger or something like that, and then they have indigestion at night and their internal body's not working correctly. They wake up in the morning, they feel tired because they didn't get deep, restful, peaceful sleep. So juicing can definitely help with sleeping as well. And lastly, how does it help with cravings? Well, in the book, Train Your Taste to Trim Your Waist, I talked about toxic taste buds. When you have enough sugar from carbs, sugar, dairy, wheat, things like that, your body always wants to eat that. And it feels satisfied for a moment, but then it still goes on to crave more sugar, dairy, wheat. So you get in this process. Even me now, like if I go on vacation and all of a sudden I have something like a dessert, the next day I'm like, I want a little dessert again. And then before you know it, you're on this habit of having something that's sweet 3-4 times a day. The problem is not the sweetness, the big problem is mixing it with fatty stuff as well, because it spikes your insulin up. And when you spike your insulin up, it's like a gateway. It's like somebody holding arms with you as the door to your fat cell, and it's just walking you in saying, hey, have some more fat in those cells. And your body gets fatter and fatter and fatter because you've spiked your insulin up and you're eating fatty food that doesn't give you the micronutrients that you really need. So once you start to juice once, twice a day, and you go through the 5-day detox, you'll finally start to realize that you don't need those things, those toxic, you don't need toxic taste buds anymore. And you can come into complete harmony, complete balance. And those are 3 very physical things I'm talking about with juicing, you guys. There's many more revelations you're going to have. Okay, so let's go over the 3 again. Number 1, how to juice for weight loss. It's all about micro versus macro and how to get on track for that. I've had a transformation. Thousands of other people have had a transformation using this as a tool. And then also sleep. Sleep is amazing. I try to get 8 to 9 hours of sleep a night. Many people get 4 or 5 hours and then they wake up in the morning, they have 2 cups of coffee, and then they need a Valium or something at night, some pill that puts them to sleep and makes them rest easier. And that funks your whole internal body up, okay? Messes you up completely. So let's bring your body back. Let's start to sleep more effectively. Number 3, how to crush those toxic taste buds and stop craving the food that doesn't love your body is simple. Once you start to give it what it needs, it starts to feel fulfilled. You're totally gonna feel like a brand new person. We've seen thousands of people's success stories. All of them report the same thing. So this is 3 things I talked about on a physical level. If you want to take the quiz and see exactly what you need to do to bring your body back into harmony, to bring your body back into balance, to bring your body into its ideal form so that you have the confidence, the longevity, the mental clarity, the focus, everything that you've wanted, take the quiz below. Real simple and easy, FitLifer. And also check the blog post below where we're going to be giving away a $400 J Cordich Power Grind Pro. I'm excited. Over the next week, we're gonna look more at the results from the quiz and we're gonna see exactly what you're interested in. If you're interested in a certain thing that's holding you back from really living the life that you wanna live, leave that in the comments. Be like, Drew, this was really helpful. The juicing for weight loss, the sleep. And what you talked about, toxic taste buds, I feel like I have toxic taste buds, but I need help with my hair. You know, my hair is falling out. Whatever it may be, you leave it below, and I promise you, FitLifer, the team and I will do everything it takes to make sure that you're living the best life possible. Drew Canole, remember, we're in this together. I'll see you next week.